This is Claude. This is Claude Code. What's the difference? Claude is a general AI assistant. You open a chat, you ask a question, you get an answer. Writing, research, analysis, brainstorming, anything through conversation. It lives in a browser tab or an app, and it doesn't touch your files unless you paste something in. Claude Code does everything Claude does, but it lives inside your terminal, your IDE or your desktop, and it doesn't wait for you to paste code. It reads your entire code base on its own, understands how your files connect, edits multiple files at once, runs commands, fixes bugs, and keeps going until the task is done. You give it a goal, not a single question, and it plans the steps itself. Every Claude Code session uses the same underlying model as Claude, but Claude answers. Claude Code acts. This is AI and this is AGI. What's the difference? AI is what you're using right now. ChatGPT, Claude, the recommendation system on your phone, all of it is AI. It's extremely good at specific tasks, writing, coding, image recognition, translation, but it doesn't understand the world the way you do. It's narrow, even when it feels broad. AGI is different. Artificial General Intelligence means a system that can think, reason, and learn across any domain the way a human can. Not trained for one job, but capable of any job. It doesn't exist yet. Every AI lab on Earth is racing toward it, and every one of them is still years away, maybe more. So every AGI would be AI. But no AI today is AGI. Not even close. This is machine learning, and this is deep learning. What's the difference? Machine learning is the umbrella term. It means a system that improves at a task by learning from data instead of being explicitly programmed for every rule. Spam filters, recommendation engines, fraud detection, all machine learning, and some of it is decades old. Deep learning is one specific method inside that umbrella. It uses layered neural networks, systems loosely inspired by the brain, stacked on top of each other, dozens or hundreds of layers deep. This is what powers Claude, GPT, image generators, self-driving perception systems. It needs massive data and massive computing power, and it's the reason AI exploded in the last decade. So every deep learning system is machine learning, but most machine learning is not deep learning. This is an LLM, and this is a chatbot. What's the difference? An LLM, a large language model, is the engine. It's trained on enormous amounts of text to predict what comes next word by word, and that simple mechanism is what lets it write essays, explain code, and hold a conversation. On its own, an LLM is just raw text prediction. No memory, no personality, no interface. A chatbot is what you actually interact with. It's the LLM wrapped in a product, a chat window, a name, a set of rules, memory of your conversation, guardrails on what it will and won't say. Claude, Chat, GPT, Gemini. These are chatbots built on top of LLMs. The LLM is the engine. The chatbot is the car built around it. This is open source AI, and this is closed source AI. What's the difference? Open source AI means the model's weights, the actual trained parameters, are published for anyone to download, run on their own hardware, and modify. Meta's Llama, DeepSeek, these are open source. Nobody controls what you do with them once you have them. Closed source AI means the company keeps the model locked behind an API. You send a request, their servers run it, you get a response back. You never see the weights, never run it yourself, never modify it. Claude, GPT, Gemini, all closed source. Open source gives you control and privacy. Closed source gives the company control over safety, updates, and misuse. Every major AI lab has to choose a side, and most choose both for different products. This is a prompt, and this is prompt engineering. What's the difference? A prompt is just what you type. The question, the instruction, the request, one message, sent once. Prompt engineering is the skill of designing that message deliberately, so the model gives you a dramatically better answer. Specific instructions instead of vague ones. Examples instead of assumptions. Step-by-step reasoning instead of a single jump to the answer. The exact same model can give you a mediocre response or a brilliant one, depending only on how the prompt is built. A prompt is one message. Prompt engineering is a skill you get better at over time. AI moves faster than almost anything in history, And if you're going to use it, actually use it, not just recognize the names, but understand what you're actually talking to. So here's what you now know. When you open a chat and ask a question, that's Claude. When it reads your code base and fixes the bug itself, that's Claude Code. When a system is brilliant at one task but can't step outside it, that's AI. When it can reason across any domain like a human, that will be AGI. When a spam filter learns from data, that's machine learning. When a stack of neural networks makes Claude possible, that's deep learning. When raw text prediction happens under the hood, that's an LLM. When it's wrapped in a name and a chat window, that's a chatbot. When anyone can download and run the model themselves, that's open source. When it only runs on the company's servers, that's closed source. When you type one question, that's a prompt. When you design that question to get a dramatically better answer, that's prompt engineering. 6 pairs, one system underneath all of it. If you learned something new, you know what to do. Subscribe.